Yes. I can't stop smiling. I don't know why. Yeah. It's yeah. Okay. I guess I'll have to stop smiling now. I don't know why I can't stop smiling today. But yes, we are back again. Of course, it's Generation Next, and this is your girl Sarah right here. Mm-hmm. And my social media handle, of course, for those of you that knows me as Sissy, Short Sissy, this is your girl Short Sissy right here. And apologies for starting this late. We're 16 minutes late. Oh my gosh. I don't like the idea of saying it's Gambian time. And congrats to my guest today or my host today. Of course, when I told him that we should be here at 2:30, I was surprised to know that he was here sharp 2:30. I don't know if that's even possible, but yeah, he was here at the exact time. And of course, Gambia, we always say Gambian time. So apologies that we started late, and I would definitely, of course, we are a work in progress, and we always would have to learn, and also if you default, you apologize and move on. So it's Generation Next, one-on-one exclusive. Of course, you know the drill. Generation Next, we are a youth movement platform geared towards inspiring, motivating, and directing young people's participation towards responsibilities in the developing society. Of course, we are working to raise awareness on issues that the youth are faced with to effect a positive change. That is why we always hear it's a movement. It means it's a continuation. It means we shall never relent. It means we would always forge regardless of the challenges. Challenges are part of the way. So you stumble, you fall, you get up, and you continue going. That's what matters. So today, I can stop laughing. Yeah. So my guess, it's someone that is so. How would I describe him? I guess he's too much for me to describe. But I would say he is a young person who knows that we have a country to build. A young person who is very bright. A young person who is positive minded. And without further ado, I'll go straight and introduce him. He is Mr. Lamin Puye. I've been advised, so I better be careful. Puye, yeah, he is the founder and CEO of ML Tech Solutions. And his professional orientation is autodidactic, specialized in business administration, marketing, and information technology, strong background in project implementation and customer relations. Mr. Puri worked in various organizations and roles such as part-time IT teacher, sales executive and personal assistant, IT manager, ambassador at Panarosis Global Platform, production manager at Transby Social Mutual, and director of operations at Carifika Gambia. Mr. Pui's solution works to offer various services, including but not limited to training and coaching for students, IT services, project management skills, entrepreneurial thinking and attitude, marketing, customer service, leadership skills, critical and analytical thinking, business administration, etc., etc., etc. Mr. Pui, Mr. Pui, it's a pleasure to finally have you on the Generation Next one-on-one exclusive. Please say hello, hi to my beautiful audience.
Oh, thank you so much, Shira, and hello to my people, and hello to generation. Is generation next, not next generation. And
Exactly.
shout out to my wife and my family and my co-workers, my staff, and also shout out to my people in MLP Tech Solution. Hello to you all.
Wow. I'm sure they are watching and they must be smiling
Sure.
that you're being introduced. Of course, Gambia knows you,
Yeah.
but we are just complimenting. We're just complimenting
Thank you.
you,
Thank
and
you.
which is beautiful. So literally, generation next, I'm sure it's not new to you, and it's not also new to our audience, but it's important to give a quick reflection of what our motive is. Of course, I always say that it's beautiful, it's nice, it's amazing when we see someone doing great and everybody knows about the person. But also, we need to understand that it did not just plumb. It didn't just, the person did not just plumb and started and everything started blossoming. It all started from somewhere. There has been a work. You have to put in the work. So our main purpose here at Generation Next is to understand the work that you put in, is to understand the toils, is to understand the constraint, is to understand the pitfalls, the challenges, regardless you falling, getting up and moving. So our main motive is to understand that move, is to understand how everything began. So of course, we would love to know who Lamin Puye was. Perhaps your childhood, you can take us through what kind of person you were, and that would be nice. I'm sure your audience would love to know.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, and thank you for having me here. And thank you for very much for everything I can say. Okay. As I said, my name is Modou Lamin. I am the founder of Meditation Solution. But she asked me about my childhood time. Yeah, I would say so. Um, I was born in Serekunda, London, but I will not say the date. I was born in Serekunda, London, and then 1990 something. This is very important. Okay, I'm just here. And my childhood time, when I was young, I was in Jara Soma. Then my father was the deputy commissioner at the Lower River region. And when he was in there for that year in 2000 up to 2004, I was in there. There I started my nursing school in this place, Pakalinding, where I started for around. I was so young. I was so young. Then I was starting my school I was so very young in it. And later on, we come back to Combos, to Kololi, where we just live. We stay. We had a compound there, and then we stay there. And after I go for attend nursing school again, and then from there I go to Arem Primary School, that is Bakote, and Bakote Opa, Bakote proper. Yeah. After there, I proceed to Bakote Opa. Then after on, and then they promote my dad again to be as a governor of Lower River regions. There, my dad said, "Okay, I must come with you." Then after I normally I go to Jarasuma again and Tahir, where I do my high school. So before I go to school, and I have always something I mean to develop, because I'm so passionate about developing, creating something new, and try and create some opportunity for myself and other people. So after that, before I graduated, I was doing my RT program, the basic foundation. So the foundation, it was in this institution, Rural Community and Information Center, that is RCIC in Mascombo, and then it's sponsored by UNDP. So when that didn't happen, after I finished my basic program, then I was going to school, let's say, 11. So after the founder there saw me, said, "Okay, this young boy is very great. I love his talent." Then he employed me as a part-time student. Then after I started to lecture, then after middle school, then I was earning a little bit money. The money I earned, as I said, I was young. I used the money to create something that to develop with my skills and to help other people. That is my motive all the time. But in there, I try to have an idea, because I understand in Jara so not many people love the idea of IT. I said, okay, because by the time I was lecturing, I lecture some OCs, some paramilitaries, some government parastatals, those who around us in this neighborhood. So I realized they're all old, they're not young people. It's okay. Let me create something for young people. An idea, to develop a website. Programming. I use this free platform to put my idea in it. So I developed one website. any app in IT or anything related about technology, I put my idea in there. So there I started to use my idea. Then I went to school in grade 11. Then the same time I was lecturing, and the same time too, I got a lot of ideas from the old people, and I put inside my website in order to develop some ideas, to develop something unique. But those people opened my eyes. Those people showed me a lot of things. And after that, there's something that Sira, you have to know it. And the first time, not many people know this thing from me. And at the time, like in Jarasoma, by then it was so lonely. You know, afterward, let's say Saturday and Sunday, you don't see nobody. If people go to Soma, Paklinding, you never see them coming to this place. You know, it was so lonely. So after that, you know what didn't happen? I just go for to establish a scout band. I tried to learn music, and I developed a scout band. I think that one scout was one of the best band in whole LRR now.
Wow.
Yeah, in scout band. So I developed that. So I placed a small recorder, and when I come back to combos, I go to the army band, I go to other scout band, learn some music. You know, if I go back to summer to teach others. So those things why we create this scout band is about to we understand not many people are educated. Not many people they will be going to college next time, or they will be following their education, or they will have some job opportunity. But since we established the SCAD band, then we understand now we have trained, we have disciplined young people in that place, in that community. And after that, most of our students now they are in army bands, or they are in police band, immigration. So I always have to create an opportunity, create a job opportunity for others. And after then, since I come back to Combo, then I have the passion of to develop an IT firm. But nonetheless, I further my courses in the Smart Professional College to learn about my IT program. So when I learned about the IT program, then I I I first got a job after I graduated. I first got a job at Richardson Enterprise. Then it was a very good man who has a passion of create and help other young people. Then I landed there as a IT technician. So I was in there as the IT technician, and then they employed me as a manager. Then within my period of being in there, I make a lot of changes, and I have able to learn a new skills in CCTV cameras and some graphic work, some IT technicians. I able to get a lot of things. After there's one company that sees my great work. He said, Mr. Puy, what if you come work with me? So, okay, I will do that. But it was a tough decision to leave that company to go and work with another company because my boss, he really liked me. He know what I can do. He know that I'm one of the best staff there. Though I'm not promoting, but I'm one of the best. I always love to be the best. Then after then, Alexia Global Group invited me. Said, okay, Mr. Puy, I would like to work with you. So then he employed me as a sales executive and IT personnel with him. Then I was become I'm only the IT guy in that company. The company is a global company. I'm only the guy in that company. When I was there, so I always try and make a change. Any company I work, I always love to make something different. I add a value in it. That's the position I have. I guess I will stop from here because if I have to explain my background, if I have to explain everything, I think we will stay healthy tomorrow. Thanks so much, Shira.
Well, if it wasn't a time boundary, then obviously I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind having you continue because I guess so far my audience enjoying your story so far. It's been inspirational, it's been motivational. But congrats for that. I think it's what been recommended for. However, the fact that you're in the IT department now, I'm curious to understand why, how did it build? Who motivated you to begin with?
Okay, that is a nice question. A very good question. I always love to have this question. It, my dad motivated me. My father. I think when I was so young, age of 7 to 8 years, my dad would buy this big desktop. And it was having a CR desktop, the screen. You know, he bought a big desktop. So and then he just called one of my uncle, that is Uncle Ayu. He also have a lot of passion about IT. He's very good in that, you know. So from there, he called him to install a program about a typing program because when you see a game inside the program, you'll be interested to learn more, to do more. So I tried to learn Mavis Bacon, to learn about typing. But as for me, but those people, my dad, for him, he don't tell me that we are learning typing. He said, no. He said, there's a game here. You can able to learn that. So I look at the game. If I it's one key, this game is moving. There, and I was trying to play a lot of game in the IT program. But I got that after the end of the day, I realized that this is building my IT skills, building my typing skills. Then I have so much. Sometimes I always make research. I learn most of the program. I learn about myself. Then after that, I have one of my uncle, Abdul Ghaffar. I once went to his compound, and he was trying to explain a project. He was saying he have an idea of how to make a disc that you see from the side, you come back. It's a brilliant idea. So I was saying, okay, what is the idea is all about? I studied about this idea, but this lead me to a company, MLP Tech Solution. So I used the idea, I resigned all my work, everything I resigned, everything. Then I started to establish a company now called MAP Tech Solution. Then since I established an MAP Tech Solution, I resigned from my work. And by then I employ 15 people. I take a risk, 15 people. Then what I do, I take those who doesn't have any idea or dropout students, virtual students, I bring them on board and I train them. So I train them for some time, for 6 months, and they have the idea now of what they can do. We build them up and we employ them. After most of my first starts, my 15 people, now they're doing great things now. Now some of them they have their own fund, some of them they have their own TV, like some TV. That is a well-known TV now, I can say. Some of them they are a manager in show company, some of them have a money ground company farm and the fashion design. Some of them they do some trading. Man, I am so glad to have a very good project, very good mentees. And most of the time, I really understand that some of our students they are from Gambia College. Some of them that they're university, they learn about IT. So we bring them on board to them on top. So most of them now, Alhamdulillah, they do something great. But the main motive who inspired me first is my father. Then you have my mentor, that's Abu Kafar. Then the another one, I will forget about his name. He's Mr. Bai Maliwala. He's the first one. He's the first uncle who sponsored us with office, where you see MLP now. So he's the first uncle who sponsored with office. There, I go and develop a lot of people. I share my ideas. Also, I have a very good guy. That is Mr. Omar Njai. He is the one now. I make him resign where he was working at KMF. Then I bring in an ethical solution. Now he's making a lot of good changes. This is about some summary. How I started about my company, Ethical Solution, and who inspired me for the IT. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, of course, you did answer my question, and this is to throw more light to say that it's oftentimes it's key to have people that inspire us. And I mentioned on this platform I remember on this platform when I say even when you do not have someone who inspire you, now with the advent of technology, of course, you can obviously find someone to inspire you, someone to look out for, because although it's not everybody that may be fortunate to have what you've gotten, that is having your very own father to be the pioneer of who you have become now. But in case if you happen to find yourself in an environment, because we always talk about it, sometimes you're surrounded with people who may not necessarily be looking at life like how you look at life, but this has going to show that that should not in any way retire you. You've talked about being passionate, your dad being there, inspire you to actually be where you are now, which is very, very
Sure.
beautiful. So I'm sure, like I said, challenges do come and challenges are part of life. And if anybody, perhaps it's to get passionate about anything that they want to do, but because they don't have someone to inspire them, or one or two things may be kind of deterring them from what they want to achieve. What advice would you have for any young person in that regard?
Oh yeah, thank you for again. I think this is one of the best questions so far. It's one of the best questions because anything you're doing right now, you must have a challenges. You must have a medic. You must have a demerit about it. And then the challenge we have at our companies, like at MEP Tech Solution, because we don't have finance. We are zero finance, zero zero. We don't have anything who sponsors us. It's only one of my mentors is Mr. Wada who sponsors us with office. But after that, we don't have no sponsor, so we just start ourselves, struggle ourselves. As you say, as I said, I've resigned from my jobs to start something that I love, something that I passionate about. You know what I'm saying? So after the challenge we had before, we don't have materials, but then we don't have a laptop, we don't have a printer, yeah, we don't have let's say a finance, let's say, that we can able to kickstart our projects. It's funded. You know, I have to fund it myself, you know, very well, to take a risk, and then to buy some of the equipment inside our office, and then try and create some few projects that you can able to earn a little money. But sometimes challenges are everywhere. Even that we have a challenge, because we understand some young Gambian people, um, all their mindset all is about to travel, to leave the country, and they don't want it to create something that they can able to benefit in it. So any of our we trained before, and some of them, it is very hard, because you want to them, you want to groom them, and they are not there. They are thinking about how to get this fast money. So I always told my people that don't look for money now. Try and get the right skills, you know, get the knowledge and the equipment. Groom yourself in a way that now money will just look for you. But this is some of the challenge we have. I think that we have a challenge. But my advice for other people, but I would tell them, uh, first, believe in yourself. Never underestimate the power of yourself. We all have a unique power. We all have skills that we can develop. Like I can give a sample. Now, some of them, you can be a technician, you can be a lawyer, you can be a mechanic, a carpentry. These are all professional, very professional skills that you can able to use. But some of them, if they start their company or they start little things, they get discouraged because they don't focus about it. And but my main advice about it is focus. And number two, you should be creative. You should be creative. It's very important. Like sometimes, if you are creative, you can be able to create something that is very good, that you never expect of. And after, you should be innovative. You know, when you are innovative, and then the thing you create, try and innovate it. Like I created MLP Tech Solution. That is just a name, where I'm trying to innovate it, trying to bring something, bring stuff, bring this, bring that, and bring that. Until now, everything is well set. And the last one I want to advise people: if you don't have any idea of what you do, please consult others. There is consulting. You can consult your friends, you can consult your girlfriends, you can consult your uncles, you consult any of those who have the right knowledge in what you do, what you're asking for, what you're seeking for. Consult them. They will help you. Look for a mentor. They will literally help you. These are the three advice I ask for other people, that those who want to start something new or establish something brilliant. These are the questions. These are the advices I had for them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is so beautiful. I'm really really happy hearing you say that. Of course, hearing you give a piece of advice. I think it's important that you mentioned that if you've started anything and at some point you're stuck, remember you're not the first one to start it. There are other people who perhaps have started that and were challenged like how you're challenged. So go out and ask questions. Answers will definitely come. Do not hold them. Do not tend to be timid when it comes to such, because then what you try to do is you actually let yourself be shrunk. So it's important that you said that. Now at this point, I'm second to ask you, when you started your company, what age? That is, if it's okay for you to answer. You don't necessarily have to answer, but if you want to, it's fine. What age were you then?
Okay. Yes, I will tell you. The time I started my company, before like it was, by then it was in 2015. The age I was just um 18 years old.
Oh my
In 2015, I
gosh.
was 18 years old. I
Wow.
started young, very young.
Yeah, yeah. I look at you now, and then I'm really inspired. To be quite honest, having gone through
Uh,
your biography and what you've achieved so far, I looked at you and I'm like, he's done that. Wow, that's really beautiful. That's amazing. I'm happy that you said that. So there is no age limit. There is no way you can say I'm super young. I can do
yeah,
this. For an example, Gambian people, the young people, of course, we've seen Lamin Puye. as an example. So please let's learn from his creativity. He talked about being creative and innovative at the same time. Let's learn from from him. I am really inspired at this point, and I'm sure my audience are inspired at this point. So that also lead me to my other question. That is because you mentioned that you do help students, like coach students, when it comes to the IT profession. Why the need? Why do you think it's important that you guide some of these students when it comes to the IT profession? Why?
Okay, thank you so very much. And I think the line breaking, but I can able to understand what you said. Yes, why we are coaching? I think there's a question to coach others people, to
Yeah,
assist others, right?
yeah,
Okay, yes, thank you very much. So now look at now in this generation now we are in the world of technologies, and if you wanna you're gonna do anything without technologies. Even the interview we have just me and you, the generation next is technology. We are using through Zoom meeting. That's all.
yeah,
Then which device do you use? Everything assets you are using a technology. This is a web app you use that we are able to communicate, you know. But because I honest what other people they fail to understand is like they have to learn about IT. Everybody should learn about IT. They need to have a basic. If you have a diploma or if you have anything, just have the idea of IT. It is very important because one day, even as a security guard, you need to operate IT. You need to learn about IT skills. You need to have it. Because you have to operate about the CCTV cameras. You have to monitor about the in and out. You have to know about the check in and check out. Then everything now is in IT. So especially when you're in business, you must need to have the idea of IT because it will help you to market your products. We help you to design your programs. It helps you to communicate with your donors. You can communicate with your clients. It helps you to generate a receipt. You have so much of equipment that you're able to promote your business. So we coach some other people because we understand we have a lot of IT sectors, but not everybody that because we don't have more IT sectors, but some of them they didn't want to specialize. They don't know where to specialize on. That's why we are coaching. Some of them they start from basic IT. They study CCNA. They study A plus. They study graphic. Some of them they study web design. They don't know exactly what they want to specialize on. That's why we came in sometimes we give some consultation that we can able to help you your potential, what you can specialize on, or what you are good at most. But because IT is very broad, no one you cannot learn everything in IT. You must specialize some portion about it. That's why we came in to support, assist to guide you, to tell you with where you are good at, with where you are good at. We help you to survey. Yeah, that's why we get. And then sometimes I remember I want to mention this student, but one of my students. Then I was lecturing at Little Trees Vocational Training Institution, and then this student she told me that like for her she studied fashion design. I said okay, and she said as she studied graphic design. She said she studied web design. She said she even studied a technician, and she told me that she even studied about CCNA. I told her, okay, that's all good. But now, what do you want to specialize? What do you want to become? But Mr. Puy, actually, I don't know. I don't know what to do now. Please, could you please help me? So I said, no, there because she studied a lot of field, but then she has to specialize in one field, and then you can able to penetrate deeper. Then I told that she has a passion about fashion design to create something unique for his client, for her client. I said, okay, now please learn about graphic design. Because it will help you to design your products like Illustrator, Adobe, and also learn about the editing. Sometimes you can able to design your product, animation. You can able to design a lot of things about your product. That's why MFP Technologies we also came in to assist you, give you some consultations in IT program too. Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm happy. That's a great answer. I'm happy that you've talked about it because oftentimes I do struggle with Mohammed here sometimes when the internet isn't working really fine, and then I'll be like, oh my gosh, our major constraint is the internet. So it's important that you talk about technology because now technology is is the solution. Technology has made everything easy, and it's key that every single person got to understand technology because we all use technology. I'm not sure there is anybody in this 21st century who does not use technology, particularly that of the young people. So it's important that you're coaching students in that regard, which is beautiful. And I've also come across customer service. I must tell you this. This is another problem that we face in this country: customer service, interpersonal relations. Why the need for you to come up with that, with helping in terms of customer service?
Thanks so much. And yes, because I think if you want to have a very good business, if you want to have a very good business, and then let's say you want to brand yourself, like you have a project that you want to push on, because I think the first thing you need to know what your customer want. Now we are talking about customer service, because you have to make sure then you need to take care of your customer very well. They say good care, take your customer very, just like your customer, make them to reach the sky. Make them to touch the sky. Make them to understand what they can do. But customer service, it is a key. It is very good key. If you want to have a very good business, because sometimes you understand. Let's say, and for example, you call a client. You call your client, and sometimes you make a one design for a client. So it is very good sometimes the client, hey, you call him or her time to time. How do you see the product? How do you see the service? How do you see the design? Like you need to ask her, make her to understand or make him to understand about your service you do. And then you have to anything that what your customer wants regarding about your project, that you can able to do that. You can do that because you have to make sure that to deliver a project, you have to take good care of your customer. It's a key. Take good care of your customer. The moment you take good care of your customer, and your customer will take good care of you too, because we are there to bring money, to bring income. Because your customer bring income. If you take good care of one of your customer, I believe your further customer will even market your product and see he or she even bring another customer for you. Customer service is in your business. The more you sell, they will come very nice. Just let's look at this place, Staple. Staple, when you buy a laptop or you buy any device, what they do? They give a mint. They have a place that have minty. They treat you nice. They smile. They give you mint. You're able to use the mint, and they will give you sweet, and they will give you a drink, water that you can use, and then they will smile at you. They will laugh at you in order you to buy their products. I believe once you buy the product and you feel comfortable with the product, I believe you will come back again. Customer service, it is a key. That's why we always go in for customer service. Sometimes any project, we build, I make sure that to have a really good rapport about the customer. Time if customer have a program, I her, or you waste his program, her program, then your customers should feel you. You have to feel to a customer, and they will feel it for you. And otherwise, you will lose business. You will certainly lose business.
That's very true. That's very true. Customer service is key, and I think it's important that we organize such to be able to train certain people, because I remember not long ago I went to a particular bank, and we all expect when you get into the bank, customer service should be their priority. But unfortunately, you get to certain banks in this country, you don't see that. You get to certain institutions, you don't see that. And you've mentioned in order to retain your customers, sometimes the service may not even go well, but because the service, as in terms of this, whatever service that your company is providing, but because of the relation that your staff are giving to their customers, that alone could be the stoned in or the binding tool through which customers would even stay, because of they will say the customer service is good. So it's important that your company is looking into that. But again, my other question that I would love to know, it's of course sometimes there may be young persons who may come up with an idea. Sometimes we do come up, we have a dream. Everybody dreams, I guess. Everybody do dream. So if any young person has dreamt or has an idea, want to come up with their own business, oftentimes we have fear. Oftentimes we are how would I say, we're anxious, we're nervous. Because of that, we tend to leave or waste that dream. We tend not to go because if you want to come up with your business, it's obvious that you have to communicate. You have to go out, look for people to help you, outsource. You know what I mean? So oftentimes we are challenged
Sure.
because we are fearful. What advice would you have? And or how was it for you? Because I'm sure at some point, perhaps you, I said everybody get nervous. No, there's no one on this earth that doesn't get nervous. So how was it for you at that point? And how did you overcome it?
Okay, thank you so very much. Yeah, it was tough sometimes, because let's say, let me start for myself. MLP, MLP Tech Solution. Then there'll be upon a time that like I don't have no customer, and then I don't have no revenue, zero revenue, and then no business, no projects. I was a bit nervous. I was saying, okay, let me go and look for a job. Let me go and do something. But the mentor I have, I think it's very important. I mean, to have someone to talk to, like very good. You can consult someone that has a vast experience of what you do. Even if sometimes, let's say I'm doing tech solution, and I realize that the unique solution they're all doing tech solution. I wouldn't mind to go and ask them. You go and consult about these things, and they will literally help you. But as for me, I have a great mentor that I go have a problem about this thing. I feel nervous. I go to him, I communicate with him. This is a problem. Then you know what you do? Give me a very good consultation. Say, Mr. Puye, I know you can do this. I know you can do that. He made me to believe in myself. Sometimes we are human, and then we get weakened sometimes. Sometimes if this situation is tougher, you can get discouraged. You don't want it to follow. But if you have someone, a right people who will put you in place, certainly you will be one of the successful business so far. And but people, the question you asked me, that some people like they may have a grant, then they don't know what to do, like they feel nervous. No. It's normal at sometimes. You may see a huge money. Let's say you have a grant of 1 million. Like you see, this money is big. You know what to do. Some people they said they buy a car and they buy a house. They buy this and that, but they don't know how to put something in place. That's why sometimes in the solution we give consultation. Like you come, you want to start a business. I always advise these three things. Then I would love to share with you and with other people. It may help you. Yeah, the three things I want to share. If you want to start a business, like you give me numbers, put these three questions inside your head. It will get you through. That's what I put inside my head. Okay, these three things is like what, how, and why. If you know the thing what, how, and why, then I don't see no doubt you can achieve your business. So when you talk about what, let me elaborate this what, how, and why. If time permit me, could I go on?
Go ahead, go ahead. Important.
Uh, Thank you so much. So when you say what, so you have the money. Let's say I have some money now. I want to start a business. You have to make a research. You have to know what type of business you want to venture in, or you want to do. You have to know what business do you want to do it. What? Maybe you said, okay, I want to start IT company. I want to start an investment company. I want to start a boutique, a shop. I want to start any business. You have to know what business you wanted to do. What. So then from there you go and make research. You know what type of business you want to do. You check it everything. You know what is to be very clear inside your head. Then from there, since you understand what business you want to do, then you should know about again the other one. How? How do you want to run it? How do you think I should obtain my business? How do you think I should start my business? This is a key. If you know how to start my business or how to run my business, then since you understand the what type of business you want to do, you know about the how you want to do it, how you want to run it, how do I need to lobby the program, how do I need to get the right people to come and support me, how do I need to get the right staff, how should be very very clear about business. Then the moment you have a very good clear vision about it, and there you go. And the last one that we always have a problem with the last one, because some people they don't know the purpose, they don't know why. That's why you say why. Why is very good. You need to put yourself why. Why do you want to run that business? That is the main question. Why do you want to run your business? Why do I need to start an IT company? You understand? Why do I need to hire these people? Why do I need to invest my money into this? Why should be very clear? Why do people buy my product and service? That's very important. You don't even know why, and it will literally. I think if you understand this three, you only have all the idea now. Then when you have these three, you can able to start a business. Why is very broad. You can able to go why. Why do I need to hire these people? Why do I need to apply for these projects? Why do I need to start my business? Why is very important. And if you know how, you know what, then you know why. I'm not saying no that you'll be a prophet. You can be the next CEO. You'll be the next president. Even the next ambassador as well.
Yes.
Certainly, you can do that.
Yes,
You can be that.
I very well agree with you. I think it's important. And of course, the why is everywhere, the why, the what, the how. So it's important that you ask this
Sure.
question. Yes, yes. I'm happy that you talk about that because you need to know what you want to do to begin with. And
Sure.
how you're going to do it
Exactly.
is important. And why do you want to do it? Because after all, when you excel in it, these are some of the questions that people would ask. These are some of the questions that any young person who wants to come up in any business will want to know. So it's important that you share this information. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And I've learned from it. Trust me.
You're welcome.
I hope I'll be the next president. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
So so
But,
so you will be.
but yeah, so at this point, we'll be happy to know more of what your company does. So if you can take us through to what your company does and what you may perhaps how forthcoming it is in the IT world in this beautiful country, how forthcoming it is as well. But take us through. Tell us what other things that your company do. We would love to know.
Okay, thank you very much. I will tell you what my company does. Not my company, our company.
Our
It's
company, yes.
everybody company because I'm looking for a client from this program. I think the Generation Next,
Yeah.
and I know you have this Generation Next because I first need to thanks about Generation Next because they give me the opportunity to talk to other people.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm communicating a lot of people. I'm exploring my service to others. I'm able to market my products to others. And I believe after this interview, I may believe the client they will call me and say,
Obviously.
okay, I hear about your programs. It was nice, so and so, but I would love this service from you. I
That's
thank you very much. But the I will tell you about our company because you don't need to say I is because say we. That's I will just advise other people to say. So what our company does is like we do graphic design and graphic design. We design about graphic design. Let's say example, business card, flyer, posters, banners, stickers, anything that deal with graphic design. Think of MMP Tech Solution. We will surely do it for you. ASAP at your convenient time. It's an MMP Tech Solution. We will do graphic design, and also we do web design. We design a website for other people, even other companies, real estate website, website, then a website, web app. Like these are all the website we do. Let's say business website, any website you think that organization that you just need to be built. We do it as an MPT solution, and then we have a cheaper price that we normally help people. We understand that to be in a startup is not easy, but that's why we came to give you a very good discount, and we make sure we support your service in it. That's why we provide a very good design service for you that you can able to afford it. And the other one is very interesting. Right now, I'm saying so because I'm marketing my products now. That's digital marketing. We do digital marketing like your program. If you have an NGO, and you want to also market your brand, we already do that. We do basically digital marketing. Yeah. And then the other one, we do domain hosting because sometimes you may build a website, but you have to look for a domain name. Let's see, when you talk about domain names, let's say your brand is your name. Let's say MLP Tech Solution. MLP Tech Solution, that is my domain name. And then from there, you need to know where you host your website. That's why we need a hosting service. But for us, we provide also domain name. We provide also an hosting service. And then the other one too, what we do, that is very beautiful that MLP Tech Solution doing it and is supporting, and then we see a lot of people now they are benefiting from our program. We do intensive training because sometimes like if you want to when you want to look for a job, you must have to. They said whether you have 2 years experience or 1 year's experience and so on, so on, so. But MP Tech Solution will give you that experience there. That's why we call it intensive training. So you need to MP Tech Solution, then you need to learn all of our services, say graphic design, web design, digital marketing, project management as well. You do all our services, all our program we do with MP Tech Solution. And I guess if you want to reach out to me, don't worry. Me, I'm very flexible. Reach out to me. I will mention my number here. It's from marketing, right? Yeah. If you want to reach out to me, you can call us at maybe diaspora or the people who don't know Gambia. Like use our country code +220, and you can reach out to me 3328225. That I'm using it on WhatsApp. This is my number. This is my business number. If you reach out to us, we can take care of your service as well. And these are some of the services that we offer to other people. We offer to our friends, our family, companies, NGOs. We are all young. Intellectuals, we all young, dynamic, energetic. We can do anything, any project you think that you can do with technology, of course, we can do it for you. And thanks so very much, Generation Next, for giving me the platform. I really appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. Remember, we talk about generation next, and of course, our main motive here is to keep the inspiration, keep the motivation, but also to direct. And how do we do this? We do this by bringing on board people like yourself who are actually doing well. People like yourself who know that we don't just go to school to depend on anybody. We go to school to make sure that we create our own jobs, we create our own companies, but also we implore back, we implow back to our society. We train the other young ones. We train the next generation. So it's key. And of course, Generation Next is here for everybody. We're here for every single person, be it Gambian, no Gambian. We believe in collaboration. We believe that together we even become better. So it's important that we bring in people who are doing well, especially young persons who are doing well, to shape the next generation. Because we don't want a repetition of the same thing. We want changes. We want to see change. And I'm happy that you look towards in that direction. But yeah, so for that, we look for growth. What else do you think your company needs? How could anybody who is watching help you continue the great work that you're doing?
Oh, thank you very much. I think before that, I forgot to my marketing skills because
Yeah.
I will first market this one first. You can like us our LinkedIn page. You said MLP Tech Solution. Then you see us our LinkedIn page and you see most of what we do. And if you use Facebook too, you can put MLP Tech Solution. Then you can able to see all what we do. But what we need right now, because right now we are even following, you want to employ even 100 people, 100 staff, and how do we need to employ them? Because right now we are looking for a marketing agent. In this marketing agent is like you would be working with MLP, you market our product, our service. Any product or service you market from MLP Tech Solution, you have your huge commission, you have a huge percentage. In France, it says percentage. Percentage, you may have it there. And but right now we are looking for a sponsor because we have a project that we wanted to build, but we want to sponsor that you come and you invest your money into our project, then you can able to have a very good share and very good revenue from our particular project. But that's why we are even building the real estate website that is whereby you don't need to go to any agent to ask for housing and everything. So what we do, but that is the project on the pipeline. So what we do, you just need to log in. When you log in, then any houses you see for rent to buy, and then yeah, land to buy, because we don't deal with land to buy land houses and everything. But we're doing for renting and to buy a house. Then sometimes you want to come to Ghana, you want to rent an apartment, you want to have single room to stay. You need to log in. You have all the details and communications there. Then it's very easy to view the site, to view the house, to view everything. Whether it's two one paro, if you see anything about house, you definitely like it. Then you log in there, you have the all information. Then you can them. That is the project that we wanted to initiate and to help, because we understand some people, they just roam around, they look for a house place for rent, and then we understand very tough to have a house. But if the project is done, you don't need to roam around. You just need to plug it into our brands like MP Tech Solution. Then from there, you can able to look for a house. And there is a future project that we want, but we are looking for investors that come and invest to our project. There we go. Then we can help a lot of young people then they can able to manage the site. You can have a lot of agents, and they can able to have this house for rent for you, and it would then we are creating job opportunity for all these people. These are, but we need investors to invest to our company, to invest to our project. But I know in this platform we may get a lot of investment and a lot of investor per se. I can say thank you.
Well, of course, let's always be hopeful. And I'm sure anybody who is serious about development, anybody who wants to see change, because of course we're always busy saying what are the wrongs happening. But also I believe that in as much as we are seeing the wrongs happening, what can we do to effect a change? What can we do to rectify that wrong? So if you're anybody who feel you can bring about the change that you want to see, I think this is an opportunity for you to help us, the young people, particularly Lamin with his organization. He is doing remarkably well. And of course, you've had him there where he talked about the offer internship as well, because it's also a challenge. Young people, you finish school and then you apply for a job and they're like, have you got internship? So it becomes difficult for you. Please, if you're watching, if you're a young person, this is an opportunity for you. But also he says there are job opportunities open. He talked about marketing. So please, young person, I implore you to apply. And Molamin P, let's continue being hopeful. You're doing remarkably well. And hopefully those who are watching will definitely reach out. And let's have more of the marketing skill. Let's have more of your flyers, like I said, and we will definitely be happy to share. After all, it's collaborative. It's critical, and we have to respect that. So on this note, I will allow you to give a piece of advice. Continue to, of course, more piece of advice if you have any to any young person who's watching.
Oh, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Thank yes, it is. But I think I need to add something that is maybe it will help. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you want to apply for our digital marketing agency,